Good evening, football fans. Big Al here on this Tuesday. It is October 15th, 2024, and welcome to the Week 8 college football rankings. We'll be taking a look at both the Associated Press poll and the AFCA Coaches Poll, entering week number 8, as we are now midway through the 2024 college football season. All right, let's jump right into the AP poll, starting off with the number 1 team in the country, which continues to be the Texas Longhorns. 6-0 record, 1,544 points, and 56 first-place votes. They dominated Oklahoma in the Red River rivalry on Saturday, 34-3, and they got a big test on their hands as the Georgia Bulldogs will be coming to Austin this week. And I'll tell you where Georgia ended up in these rankings shortly. Just got a few teams to read off though. Up one spot to number 2, the Oregon Ducks. 6-0 record, 1,493 points, and 6 first-place votes. They, of course, won that big game at home against Ohio State, 32-31, and this week they are at Purdue. Sorry. Moving up one spot to number 3 are the Penn State Nittany Lions. 6-0 record, 1,380 points. They defeated USC out at the Coliseum last week, 33-30, and they are off in week 7. Meanwhile, the Ohio State Buckeyes fell 2 spots to number 4. 5-1 record, 1,357 points, losing at Oregon 32-31. They are also off in week 7. The Georgia Bulldogs hang tough at number 5. 5-1 record, 1,300 points. They won over Mississippi State 41-31, and this week, big road test coming up at number 1 Texas. What should be the game of the week. The Miami Hurricanes hold steady at number 6. 6-0 record, 1,232 points. They did not play in week 6, but they are back this week, facing off with the Cardinals in Louisville. The Alabama Crimson Tide stay at number 7. 5-1 record, 1,127 points. Won a tight game against South Carolina, 27-25, and now they're off to Knoxville to face Tennessee. We'll tell you where the Vols ended up shortly. The biggest jump in the AP poll goes to the LSU Tigers, moving up 5 spots to number 8. 5-1 record, 994 points. They defeated then 9th-ranked Ole Miss 29-26, and this week they are at Arkansas. Up 2 spots to number 9 are the Iowa State Cyclones. 6-0 record, 982 points. They defeated West Virginia in Morgantown 28-16, and this week they're back at home hosting UCF. Staying at number 10 are the Clemson Tigers. 5-1 record, 980 points. Winning big at Wake Forest last week, 49-14. This week they will host the Virginia Cavaliers. Alright, the Tennessee Volunteers fell out of the top 10. They are down 3 spots to number 11. 5-1 record, 959 points. They moved down despite beating Florida at home 23-17, and this week it gets no easier as number 7 Alabama is coming to Old Rocky Top. The Notre Dame Fighting Irish also moved down despite winning. They fell a spot to number 12, 5-1 record, 914 points. They blew out Stanford 49-7, but again they moved down for it. And this week they will host a pretty good Georgia Tech team. Up 1 spot to number 13 are the BYU Cougars. 6-0 record, 889 points. They blew out Arizona 41-19, and this week they will be home against Oklahoma State. Up 1 spot to number 14 are the Texas A&M Aggies. 5-1 record, 744 points. They were off in week 6, but they are back this week at Mississippi State. Up 2 spots to number 15 are the Boise State Broncos. 5-1 record, 597 points. They took their show to Hawaii and beat Hawaii 28-7, and now they are off this week. Up 2 spots to number 16, the undefeated Indiana Hoosiers. 6-0 record, 580 points. They were off in week 6, but they're back in action this week, hosting Nebraska. Sorry again. Up 1 spot to number 17 goes to Kansas State Wildcats. 5-1 record, 567 points. Won a tight one at Colorado against Coach Prime and the Buffaloes, 31-28. They are at West Virginia this week. The Ole Miss Running Rebels made the biggest drop in this week's AP poll, tumbling down 9 spots to number 18. 5-2 record, 511 points. Losing under the lights at LSU last Saturday night, 29-26, and they are off this week. Moving up 2 spots to number 19 are the Missouri Tigers. 5-1 record, 409 points. Blew out Massachusetts on the road 45-3, and they are back at home hosting the Auburn Tigers. So it's a little Tiger versus Tiger matchup on Saturday. The Pitt Panthers are up 2 spots to number 20. 6-0 record, 397 points. Won a tight one at home against California, 17-15. This week the Panthers are off. The SMU Mustangs are up 4 spots to number 21. 5-1 record, 260 points. They were off in week 6, and this week they travel out to the Bay to face Stanford. Up 1 spot to number 22, the Illinois Fighting Illini. 5-1 record, 249 points. Won a shootout against Purdue, 50-49, and they have the Michigan Wolverines coming to Champaign this week. More on where the Wolverines slotted in just a sec. 2 newcomers into the AP poll. The first is Army West Point, new at number 23. 6-0 record, 137 points. They beat down Alabama Birmingham 44-10, and this week they will host East Carolina. The aforementioned Michigan Wolverines, the reigning national champions, hold steady at number 24. 4-2 record, 133 points. They were off in week 6, and they are back on the field this week at number 22, Illinois. And rounding out the top 25, the Navy Midshipmen at number 25. 5-0 record, 84 points. They were off in week 6, and this week they will host the Charlotte 49ers. 2 teams dropping from the rankings. That's Utah, formerly at number 16, and Oklahoma, previously at number 18. That brings us to the others receiving votes category. How about Vanderbilt leading the way here with 68 points? Nebraska, 62 points. Arizona State, 39. Oklahoma, who were number 18 but getting blown out by Texas, dropped into this category with 36 points. Washington State 32, Iowa 29, Texas Tech 18, Syracuse and Arkansas each with 13, Utah 7, Louisville 6, USC 5, Liberty 2, and UNLV 1. Some strange reason I just can't stop coughing. Anyway, that's a look at the AP poll. Let's take a look at the latest AFCA Coaches Poll entering week number 8. And it has the Texas Longhorns retaining the top spot. 6-0 record, 1,373 points, and 53 first place votes. Oregon moves up a spot to number 2. 6-0 record, 1,322 points, and 2 first place votes. Penn State is up 2 spots to number 3. 6-0 record, 1,220 points. Georgia remains at number 4. 5-1 record, 1,189 points. Ohio State fell 3 spots to number 5. 5-1 record, 1,141 points. Then you've got Miami holding steady at number 6, 6-0 record, 1,105 points. Alabama also not moving. They stay at number 7, 5-1 record, 1,010 points. LSU is up 2 spots to number 8, 5-1 record, 914 points. Clemson also up 2 spots to number 9, 5-1 record, 904 points. Tennessee fell a spot to number 10, 5-1 record, 891 points. Number 11, up 1 spot from last week, is Notre Dame, 5-1 record, 838 points. Then at number 12, also up 1 spot, the Iowa State Cyclones, 6-0 record, 823 points. BYU moves up a couple spots to number 13, 6-0 record, 686 points. Texas A&M, same spot as last week at number 14, 5-1 record, 636 points. Ole Miss, biggest drop in the coaches poll, down 7 spots to 15, 5-2 record, 524 points. Just ahead of Missouri, who moved up 2 spots to number 16, 5-1 record, and 521 points. Kansas State also moves up a couple spots to number 17, 5-1 record, 472 points. Indiana likewise up 2 spots to number 18, 6-0 record, 462 points. Boise State is up 3 spots to number 19, 5-1 record, 573 points. Or rather, 373 points, my mistake. Pittsburgh is up 4 spots to number 20, which qualifies as the biggest jump in the coaches poll this week. 6-0 record, 340 points. 2-spot mover for Illinois up to number 21, 5-1 record, 231 points. Just a few ahead of their next opponent, the Michigan Wolverines, who actually moved down a spot to number 22 despite not playing. 4-2 record, 223 points. SMU is up 2 spots to number 23. 5-1 record, 183 points. Army is new at number 24, 6-0 record, 104 points. And the Nebraska Cornhuskers, also new, at number 25. They are 5-1 with 90 points. They, of course, did not play in Week 6, but they are on the road this week at 18th ranked Indiana. And it's the same 2 teams from the AP poll that fell out of the coaches poll, both Oklahoma and Utah. And the Sooners lead the others receiving votes category, falling from number 16 in the coaches poll to 81 points in the others receiving votes category. Right behind them is Arizona State with 49, Navy at 37, Utah previously at number 17, they're now getting 31 points, Vanderbilt 26, Syracuse 13, UNLV and Iowa with 12, Texas Tech and Liberty with 9, Washington State 8 points, Memphis and Louisville 4 points apiece, James Madison 3 and Tulane 2. And that's a look at the latest college football rankings going into Week 8 of the 2024 college football season. I'll be back in just a few minutes with a look at the Week 8 college football television schedule and the announcers for every game, so stick around. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Ring the bell and get notified every time I go live. Big Al signing off. Thanks for watching, and enjoy the pigskin. Peace out.